So maybe if you just move like up to the arm, like that way. No, legs. As in move your whole person.
Welcome to the episode. What we've got for you today. We're going to motivate, we're going to goals. What motivates Chris and Mark today?
Hi! So that was a nice intro.
It was.
I'm sorry you had to witness me walking on camera. I was just checking the angles from the last video we recorded. But it brings me on to what motivates us quite nicely, because the reason I'm doing this is because of a bit of motivation I got.
Yes.
So I have mentioned them a few times, but one of the biggest people, one of my biggest influences is the Imp and Skizz podcast.
Yes.
And they have 3 cameras and they have better audio and better lighting, but they are a lot more established.
Yeah, they're built skills.
But what's motivated me is just try and do the editing. Like, I want to learn how to do really nice, like 3 cameras, but 1 audio, make it sound good. Or maybe not sound good, but make it look better and make it so, Mark and I are different heights. So I don't want it to look like he's dwarfing me all the time.
Yeah, so it's like if I was to go like that.
Like, this is me set upright on a cushion.
Yeah.
And he's just set upright.
Yeah.
So hence the 2 cameras. But I've been listening to a lot of their podcasts. So I was at like episode 20 something when I last mentioned them in the inspiration video we did.
Yeah.
I'm at 72. I've done 50 episodes in about 3 months.
Nice. That's a good goal.
They're a good hour or so each as well. I took a little break just because I didn't want to get too run down by their voices.
Yeah, it's good sometimes to have a little break because you're soaking in the information and what they're saying, and it truly sinks in after the time.
But what they're saying has been really motivational. It's really helped me keep going. My favorite time to listen to them is when I'm on my walks.
Oh, okay.
So the other thing that motivates me sometimes is stupid little dares. Like, sometimes I just need something as a dare that I really don't want to do, so I do the thing I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I noticed that I started slipping on the steps. I'm like, oh, and it's getting hotter. So I won't be doing as many steps in the middle of the day. So I really need to make sure I'm getting my steps before I go to work, before it gets hot for the summer.
Yeah.
So I was just like a couple of weeks back now, I was just like, hey fellas, could you make a dare with me? So that I make sure I do my steps, and if not, I have to do a penalty.
Which motivated me to come up with one in 30 seconds.
Yeah, you saw the message and you were just like, right, you have to do a lethal company run completely solo and make a profit across the 4 days.
So that way, if he just did it solo but and then failed, it was like, no,
you still got another few days.
Yeah,
and then you have to keep going until you've made a profit.
Yeah.
And Max was just like, what we'll do, Max was really sweet about it. What we'll do is we'll be in there with you, we'll chat to you, so you got a little bit.
You're not on your own.
But you are going into the place on your own, and we will, we can open doors for you and stuff.
Oh yeah, because the criteria is, for people that don't know, you've got a fixed amount of hours of the in-game to do it. So it's always best to have teamwork, and we don't want to penalise Chris constantly coming back to a point, because that's no fun. And it is a fun challenge.
Exactly. But I was just like, it'd be worth doing.
Yeah.
Thankfully for my sanity,
he did it.
I succeeded.
So everyone do a round of applause. Wherever you are in the world.
I'm going to edit in a round of applause and post-production for that.
But yeah, it was great to see, because I usually will say, I want to see evidence, and it's also motivating because it's like...
And I did screenshot evidence every morning without fail.
And then it was near the end, it was like, booyah, I've done it.
Booyah.
And then
I
suck it.
I sent the gif of Yzma and Cat from going, I win.
Yeah, and it was one of those things because it was like, in theory, I was the one that set the bet, so it was basically like Chris got a victory over me because I'm the one that sent the challenge.
Yeah.
He's beaten it, and it's a friendly
Yeah,
wager.
but it was just what I needed. Otherwise, I think that would have been Friday night.
Yeah.
I would have had to have done it. And I'm like, Scott or Max, are you free so I can like do this challenge?
And that would have been
because you were already at your event or leaving for your event or something.
Yeah. So the time is which funny enough brings in what motivates me with how I work as crew is I like to build. I always used to like storytelling, and I always used to like making people feel like in the moment. So by acting as crew, I can be a mixture of fighting in combat. I can be NPCs that build up a world, and it's seeing the interactions of the player base engaging in the world. And it could be like, say, I played as somebody that would be like Negan from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They are evil in a sense, but can be redeemable. And what was quite interesting is my setting of my character is where people have known the bad deeds that I've done or know what I have, but because of my charm and my lying motives, I was able to convince people that I was the party that was actually innocent, and I'm the party that I should have more people working with me, and I've been blocked out. Why am I being blocked out? Why am I losing my people when all I'm trying to do is defend a world? And this actually caused quite interest of putting pressure on the other camp, because of people were knowing that I was in a tougher predicament. Now, I had ways of making deals with people from asking, what do you lack? Do you lack coin? Do you lack spoils? Do you need political power? And what I can bring to the table, because my character was not like a general. I ruled by fear. I was a street gang, and people
say a dictator.
Oh no, not like that. Well, if you didn't, the end justified the means.
Okay.
And what was interesting, I had people making deals with me saying like, you don't have some more peace, but could we have like a ceasefire? Like you don't actively kill, and there's me like saying like, so you want me to agree to an idea? And they caught on that I was saying the idea being like, I don't necessarily agree with peace. And it was a funny balance, being like, I kept quoting, that's an idea, not that I'm going to agree. And I said like, well, what if they attack my people? I will retaliate. And I said, well, that's fine, as long as you're not on the aggression. I say, well, we'll put a handshake to that for the idea, because obviously I needed a certain resources put into my camp for me to then agree. And others were like, oh yeah, we can enter this camp, we can get resources for you, but we would like some resources for their crafting or some coin. And they did the handshake. They happened to get a resource, and I went,
that's good. I was trying to stop you from getting. How does this motivate you though? So like as a person.
This might
not as a character, just as a person.
How
does this motivate Mark?
This motivates me because it makes me feel really good, because I've given them the moments that they're actually inspired, and the fact is it gives them, their characters, some growth. The fact is, if they wanted to, they could try and kill me.
And I suppose it gives them growth as role players as well.
Yes, and for me, seeing their joyful reactions to what it does shows that my skills from when I first started, which was not, well, it's probably been like, if I added all the times, probably less than a year, because I haven't made every event. So yeah, I've grown from my roleplay abilities from where I thought,
yeah, you're really solid at roleplay.
Which is funny, because it's like I always.
It's funny because I suck.
It's like there's chaotic times. Like if we play Faz, or if you ever see us, or have played with us in the world, if you're ever watching this, I will scare you when you least expect it. But there is other stuff that motivates between crafts and setting scenes that I've done as well, because it showed that for my example, my new looks of how I add modern, like I've always hated my appearance or like certain shirts and all that don't look right, but I love the styles of medieval, and because I'm going more into like the North side of things, I'm embracing it more, bringing it in little by little and then finding my style.
Yeah, which I suppose finding a style is motivating your like social aspect because it's making you feel good.
Yeah. Yeah, because it beats me then, just like, say, fitting in with the norm, which sometimes, no disrespect, because like some people get tracksuits and it works for them. Not everyone.
No, admittedly, I do need to find my own style at some point. I'm very much in the stage of the night where it goes, look, I just need to wear this because I'm going to work. And weekends, I just wear trackies. Because, I don't really go out on weekends. Like, I'm just doing chores and stuff, or I'm just hanging. Like, I'm not doing much. Like, I haven't really found my style yet. But I suppose when I get the motivation I want to, like, go out and start, the dating scene, that sort of thing, I've got to motivate myself to, I want to look good. I have slightly worked on that aspect. Like, I've been practicing with how I like my beard. I've got a new haircut going on. I'm trying out. But that motivation isn't there yet.
Yeah.
I don't have the push for my own style.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things like where you've been working on your hobbies as well.
Hobbies and future job.
And when you work towards like some of your hobbies and the future jobs, you'll notice that you'll start dressing in a certain manner and you'll feel comfortable, because it's like the best way is your style is what you're comfortable with wearing. So when you've done your singing, you've dressed up in various roles. So if your song has been based on a certain criteria, so when there was like a winterized, you had more of a theme going on.
Yeah, I was more jumpers. When I did Bells of Notre Dame, I did like a black shirt with like a white collar for like a priest sort of look.
And then what motivates you to actually put in that effort? Was it because it was a performance role, or was it because that you wanted to really go with the atmosphere?
It was like a Halloween sort of open mic, and it was for, excuse my French, shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just for fun. Like if it's got the right level of like fun or entertainment in my brain, that's the right sort of motivation. Like if it doesn't scratch my brain the right way, I'm not motivated to do it. So a lot of times my motivation comes from my autism going, that's the thing. That's the thing that's going to scratch your brain good today.
And that's the way that might help you with your style and growing, because it would be like something you're comfortable in, something that
that scratched the brain. Right? I've noticed that polo shirts do not do it for me.
No,
not a fan. I don't like the collar. Like I've got quite a fat neck. I know that it's not just a, oh no you don't. I do. I've measured it. It's like a 19.5 inch.
You got the same as like me. It's like when you get shirts, what's really annoying is that there are some that are fitted shirts that are great, and then there are some which is you get the perfect collar, but then you've got so much baggy.
And I've also got quite a short neck, so I don't exactly like when I have a collar. Some people's are like halfway up their neck. For me, it's like it's touching,
and that rubs against the
and that's
bit facial.
Really annoying. So it's like it's up here. I'm like I'm not here for that.
No.
So, but I actually do quite like these sorts of shirts, like the sort of open collar. I'm not exactly confident with the
chest hair exposed.
The open titties.
So if you can't see it, it's basically I have actually if you know Dragon Age, the Varric style, that I can say less.
But the similar style, I call them granddad shirts if I'm honest.
It's one way everyone calls them, really.
Yeah, but I prefer like the buttoned version. I used to have a really nice manta ray one, and honestly, that will probably be a style I might look into again at some point. But
also,
I need to get motivated to lose the rest of this weight in a healthy manner first.
The other way is taking a look at different cultures of trousers. So when you look at like the Japanese ones, you've got some like really baggy ones. They look crazy, but they're really quite fun. So like some of my medieval attire, which you actually have leg wraps for, they're quite baggy, but they're roomy and airy. So
I do like quite like airy. That might be something you and I have a play with next year or so.
Yeah.
That could be a whole episode. Chris goes shopping.
So there we go. Chris gets medieval with Mark.
That might be a good one. But yeah, that's a motivation. That's something I can look forward to.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. If you look forward to it,
yes,
that motivates me.
Oh yeah.
I like to tonight's recording. I was motivated to do it because not just Imp and Skizz, but I'm motivated because I get to see you and we get to hang out. We get to talk shit. Like
a lot of shit.
It scratches my brain, right? So
it's motivation at the start, and because it's like a Monday as well that we usually like sometimes do these, it sets the week.
Yeah, it sets the tone for the week. It's normally it's either like it's Friday, Saturday, or Monday. Normally we record. It's like around the weekend because it's normally the easiest day to try and organise.
And traffic is so much easier because other people are just getting back.
Yeah,
and I don't have to worry about the nightlife where everyone's parked up around.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that'll wrap us up nicely.
I think what motivates us is a mission success. That's the skirmish one in the grand scheme of what motivates us.
A mission success, and it scratches the brain in just the right way.
Yes.
Basically, get the happy endorphins. Things that make our brain go, yes, have some happy juice.
Yes. So if you want to play with Lego, you play with Lego.
Yeah.
Just do not walk on Lego. It still hurts.
Yes.
To this day.
Yeah, that sounds like an experience we've all had.
Yes.
But yeah, basically, I think the best motivator is things that make you happy.
Yes. And that's all you can ask in the world is what makes you happy. Yeah. So we will catch you in the next episode.
Bye.
Just a couple of guys chatting over a brew. Won't tell you no lies. It's